Good evening, Jen. Welcome back to the garden. I am shooting this tonight because I had a very busy day doing estate sales with my mom, which was really fun, and I got a lot of cool stuff that I will probably talk about when I do another jar video. It's always jars. I always get jars. Anyway, I wanted to share some changes that have happened in the garden that I've been talking about for a while. So we have taken out, on this side of the trellis, we've taken out the pickling cucumbers. They are gone, which is disappointing because they were such a good producer. We have, like, not counting the ones that we've already eaten, we have, I think, 30 pints of pickles from the garden, which is wild to me. So they were a great producer. We're going to try one more fall crop just because I think with the weather cooling off, they're going to start growing even more prolifically here, which is really exciting. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We'll see. Other changes that have happened in the garden. We have, or used to have here, the cucumber plant that like overproduced. That was wild. That came out. It got too hot. It was too hot of a summer for it to really just keep going. I also used to have 2 cucumber plants here. You can see one starting to trellis off this way. They were competing for resources. I kind of expected that to happen, and they weren't really able to both produce, so I cut one out. So we were down to 1 cucumber plant, which is totally fine. Oh, here in Georgia, the weather is starting to cool off again. I say when it's like 85 degrees at almost 8 o'clock at night. So we've got some plants that are starting to do a lot better because the weather is cooler. Got this viningclematis. This one is doing so well. The flowers are so beautiful. I kind of want to pick a few, but I keep missing them when they're in the bud phase and about to pop off. So we'll see. We'll get it eventually. What I'm the most excited about is our peppers. So this is our little pepper mini garden here. They are starting to actually produce really well. And again, I think it's because it's starting to cool off. So I always had this misconception that peppers needed to have pretty extreme heat to be able to be prolific producers. I don't think that's true. I think it needs to be in the like high 70s to low 90s at most. And we've had quite a few very hot, like prolonged heat days here in Georgia, and I think that was really hurting the plants because they were dropping their leaves, dropping their flowers. We were also overwatering them at the beginning of the summer, and they weren't getting consistently fed. But a lot of them have really recovered, which I'm just so excited about. We're gonna try, as long as we can get enough of it, we're gonna start making cowboy candy and some pickled jalapenos, which is gonna be fantastic. And then we have tomato forest. I never thought that I would say this, but I'm kind of over tomato forest, mostly because of these godforsaken sprinkles tomatoes. I am never growing them again, as mentioned in my previous video, but they're like taking over the garden, okay? They're growing everywhere. The red currants are supposed to be this far row here by the trellis, and they're going up the trellis on the beans. They're over on this side. It's starting to impede how the Roma tomatoes and the atomic grapes are doing, and it's just too much. Okay, further confirming my theory that with the cooler days, some of our vegetables are becoming more prolific. The green beans have started to really go off too. They're still doing that. I don't know what to do about that. Like, they're just bunching up at the top. Oh well. Anyway, they are producing quite a lot. So are our dragon tongue beans. We're actually going to plant some more of those here soon. Hopefully this weekend, possibly next weekend. And we're going to try some inoculants with them to see if that helps them. Oh my God. If that helps them produce better, basically. All right, so the last thing I'm going to show you here, because it's just so hot and I really just want to go inside, is our okra. Look at how big this is. So I'm 6 feet tall. And this one here is taller than I am, which is wild. These have produced so much okra for us. We actually ended up buying a deep freezer, which should be here on September 4th, because we have so much okra that it's taking up like 3-gallon bags in our current freezer, and we need the space back. So yeah, okra, definitely a plant that I will forever grow. I need to find some more ways to use it. So if you have any okra recipes that are not just pickling them, because, I mean, let's be honest, like I'm obviously going to can some okra, of course, but I would love to use it fresh. So if you have any okra recipes that you really like, I would love to hear about them. Phil, thankfully, also loves okra. This is the first time this summer is the first time he's ever had okra. And thankfully he likes it, because I don't think I could eat multiple gallon bags of okra by myself. Anyway, thank you for joining me on Little Acre Farm. It's hot. I'm going inside now. Bye.